Under GST, we have discussed uh, about the registration, and we discussed about the turnover limit for registration and various. We heard that GST is providing various benefit to small dealer. Today, our discussion is more focused on the small dealer, or you can say the dealer who are eligible for the composition scheme. Before we move ahead, we have to understand that if GST law provide an provision for the composition, if your turnover falls in certain limit, then you are eligible for a composition scheme and you can get yourself registered, and you will pay the marginal rate of tax as under GST, and you will get away with the minimum compliance to be completed under GST law. But there are many questions that are arising out of this composition scheme. So those questions has been answered by Central Board of Excise and Custom. So today we are here to discuss those frequently asked questions with you people, so that we can understand together what implication does it have on a marginal business player. So first question, let's understand what is the composition levy under GST. So the FAQ says that the composition levy is an alternative method of levy. Like we have the GST applicable if our turnover exceeds more than 20 lakhs or more than 10 lakhs in special cases, in special states. Those special states we will discuss later on in this FAQ only. But now we'll see the composition levy. It says that if you have the turnover more than rupees anything levy of tax designed for the small taxpayer whose turnover is up to rupees 75 lakhs. So up to rupees 75 lakhs if you have a turnover, and if you have a rupees 50 lakh turnover in a special states. These few states that are mentioned here, we will discuss it separately in our below next questions. Now let's see, the objective of the composition scheme is to bring the simplicity and to reduce the compliance cost for the small taxpayer, like we discussed just now. Moreover, it's optional, and the eligible person opting to pay the tax under this scheme can pay tax at prescribed percentage of his turnover every quarter instead of paying tax at normal rate. Like you have heard that the normal rates of tax under GST is ranging between 5, 12, 18, 28%. But if you take this composition scheme, your taxes will be by 2%, 1% or 5% as the service may be. So what is the specific rate of composition levy? The next question arises. So the question and the categories of the composition dealers are: first category is the manufacturer other than the manufacturer of such goods as may be notified by the government, ice cream, pan masala, tobacco product, etc. So it says that manufacturer means any manufacturer who is into business of manufacturing can have the if his turnover is less than 75 lakhs in normal states, then he can pay a flat rate of 2% of his turnover, that is inclusive of 1% CGST and 1% SGST, and get away with all his compliance, and that will be paid quarterly, and it will not be based on the product HSN or product type. But there are certain exceptions which may be notified by the government. For example, the government had notified the exemption in ice cream, pan masala and tobacco products, etc., where this exemption is not applied. Next is a restaurant service. A small restaurant who is running a hotel who has not the turnover of more than 75 lakh can pay flat 5% of GST and get away with all the compliance, etc. on quarterly basis, and that also it includes 5% totality, means 2.5% CGST and 2.5% SGST. Then there is a trader, or you can say means that is the common nature of any supply, like we discussed manufacturer, we discussed or restaurant services. So in the services you can see there are very few exemptions, but there are those exemptions for manufacturer and traders, and traders are provided the big relief by they can get away by paying only 1% of their turnover uh, in terms of GST, and they don't have to pay anything more than this. So that is the biggest benefit has been given under GST and composition levy for the traders. Now let's see what is the eligibility criteria for opting of the for the composition levy, which are the special category of state in which the turnover limit for the composition levy of central tax or state tax purpose shall be 50 lakhs, like we seen in the first question. So to be eligible for composition scheme is a scheme for the payment of GST availment to the small taxpayer. So if it's small taxpayer, for the GST purpose it says that your turnover should not exceed 75 lakhs. Then you can apply for this scheme. And in case the following states, it should not exceed 50 lakhs. So these states are as below: Arunachal Pradesh, Assam, Manipur, Meghalaya, Mizoram, Nagaland, Sikkim, Tripura and Himachal Pradesh. So these are the northeast state, which for the benefit of the state, the government has kept the turnover limit as 25 lakhs lesser than the normal limit. The next question that arises from the composition levy is, who are the persons not eligible for the composition scheme? So the following persons are not eligible to opt for the composition scheme. The first one is a casual taxable person or a non-resident taxable person, because under section 24 these tax persons are liable to get registered themselves under GST as per normal provision, and they don't have any exemption whatever their turnover may be. So casual taxable person are those person who has to pay the tax based on certain transaction on in special cases, and a non-resident becomes liable to tax when he supplies any services to a person in India who is not registered under GST. So these cases are applied. So these are the important cases. If it is for casual taxable person or a non-resident cannot opt for the composition scheme. The next one is the supplier whose aggregate turnover exceeds in a financial year. So the turnover that is being discussed here is a financial year, rupees 75 lakhs. And the supplier who has purchased any goods or services from unregistered dealer unless he has paid GST on such goods or services on reverse charge basis. So in this case it says that any supplier who has purchased any goods or services from unregistered dealer, then in this case he will not be eligible to claim the benefit of composition scheme unless he pay his liability under reverse charge basis. So where liability arise under reverse charge, their composition scheme does not apply. Then supplier of a services other than the restaurant services. Supplier, like we discussed, government has not given the benefit for the services only except restaurant service. So if you are a service provider other than a restaurant service, and if your turnover exceeds only 20 lakhs of rupees, then you have to get yourself registered under GST rule and pay the GST as per normal provisions. Then the next person who is not eligible to get composition scheme is a person supplying goods which are not taxable under GST law. If the person is supplying goods which are not taxable under GST law, then he is not supposed to claim the composition levy scheme. Or the person who is making any interstate outward supply of goods. Though the person can be a manufacturer or he can be a trader, but he won't get the benefit of composition levy if he is supplying any goods or any supply to any interstate. So that's a big disadvantage that is being provided under composition levy, that the person, if though he can have the turnover of more less than 75 lakhs, but if he is making the interstate supply, he will not be eligible for the benefit. The next comes suppliers making any supply of goods through an electronic commerce operator. If you have a, like, this is the big disadvantage for those players who have a marginal role to play on e-commerce platform, or who have a part-time business on e-commerce, but due to this compulsion they cannot even opt for composition, and their turnover may not be that large to get the scheme. But the government under section 24 has made it mandatory for electronic commerce operator to get themselves registered under GST. So here it says that supplier making any supply of goods or service through an electronic commerce operator who is required to collect tax at source. So if this provision is not talking about the seller, but this it is talking about the aggregator, like a Flipkart or Amazon or Snapdeal or other sites like Jabong, Myntra, etc. So if these people who are supposed to deduct TCS, they don't have the option to get the benefit of composition levy. Then a manufacturer of the following goods. So if you are a manufacturer of following goods, you will not get the benefit of composition levy, of which first is ice cream. I don't know what came in mind to the government to not to give ice cream such benefit. But yes, for pan masala I can understand. For tobacco it is understood that these are the sin product, and that's why they may have been taken out of the benefit. But for the ice cream, I don't understand what benefit government is going to get out of this. Note, there is no restriction on procuring the goods from interstate suppliers by person opting for the composition scheme. So this says that there is no restriction, means it's not restricted to procure the goods from interstate supplier by the person opting for the composition scheme. It means that though if the person who is opting for composition scheme cannot make an interstate supply, but he is allowed to purchase goods from outside his state, that means he can purchase IGST transaction, means from outside state, but he cannot make an IGST transaction. That's what it says. The next question which comes is, when will a person opting for a composition levy pay tax? The person opting for the composition will pay the tax on 18th of the month of succeeding quarter. So this is also beneficial, like in current provision you have to pay the tax on every 20th by 20th of next month, but in this it is quarterly, and that is also 18th of the succeeding quarter during which the supplier was made. So you will have the huge saving in terms of your working capital, in terms of your tax liability, and so that's why composition levy is good for the small trader if it is available to them. The next question is, a person availing composition scheme during a financial year crosses the turnover of 75 lakhs or 50 lakhs in special cases, say the turnover of 75 lakhs, 50 lakhs in December, then will he be allowed to pay tax under composition scheme for the remaining period of the year till 31st March? Answer is no. The limit, or this says that the composition scheme lapses from the day. So it lapses from the day and not for the year. So the day you complete or cross your turnover of 75 lakhs, or your aggregate turnover for the financial year exceed the limit of 75 lakhs, that moment you have to clear out that you will be charged to GST under normal rate, and he is required to file an intimation for withdrawal from the scheme in form GST CMP 4 within 7 days from the day on which threshold limit has been crossed. So this is very important provision of this composition scheme. and after which I believe a normal provision of GST will apply to this person, and will have to charge the normal rate, and will have to discharge the liability on monthly basis as a normal dealer will do. However, such person shall be allowed to avail the input tax credit in respect of the stock of input and input goods containing semi-finished or finished goods held in stock by him and on capital goods. So, as you must be aware, under composition scheme, no input credit is allowed for the product when the person is making a composition supply. But the moment he crosses his limit of 75 lakhs during the year, whatever stock or semi-finished goods he has, or whatever input is available in those products will become available to him as an input tax credit. So one benefit will be lapsed, but another benefit will come to his way, and from he will then accordingly he will have to, and on the capital goods, semi-finished goods held in stock in trade, he have to file the statement within 30 days of withdrawal containing the details of such stock held from GST ITC 1 on the common portal. So it's same like a GST transition 1 form that is being filed currently by the normal dealer for transfer of his input tax credit to GST regime from existing law. The next question is, how will the aggregate turnover be computed for the purpose of composition? The aggregate turnover will be computed on the basis of turnover on all India basis. It is not a state specific. That's a big point. It is not a state specific, and it is a all India basis. And it will include the value of taxable supply, exempt supply, and export made by all person with the same PAN and not under same GSTN number, but would exclude inward supply under reverse charge mechanism, because though he will discharge the liability on this reverse charge also, but it will not form part of his turnover. So this is a big confusion there in people's mind, whether it will be state wide composition or it will be India as a whole. So it will be India as a whole, not as a state specific. Can a person who has opted to pay tax under composition scheme avail the input tax credit on his inward supply? No. The first basic condition is if the person is opting for the composition scheme, he will be out of the credit chain and he cannot take the credit of his input supply. The next question is, can a registered person who purchased goods from a taxable person, can a registered person who purchased the goods from a taxable person paying tax under composition scheme avail credit of tax paid on purchase made from the composition dealer? So it is talking about the registered person who has purchased the goods from taxable person paying tax under composition scheme. So it says that, let's say if a Mr. A is a normal dealer who is paying tax under normal scheme, and he has purchased something from the composition dealer and who has paid the tax under composition scheme, like let's say only 2%, 5% or 1% as the case may be. So will the customer of a composition dealer be eligible to take the credit of such supply? No. The composition dealer cannot collect the tax, as the composition dealer cannot collect the tax paid by him on outward supply from his customer. The registered person making purchase from a taxable person paying tax under composition scheme cannot avail the credit. The rule says that if the person is paying the tax under composition, he is not allowed to collect it separately from his customer. So once it is not allowed to collect it separately from the customer, so that means that he is not allowed, the customer is not allowed to take the credit of the same. The next question is, can a person paying tax under composition scheme issue a tax invoice under GST? No, he cannot issue a bill of supply in lieu of tax invoice. The person imposing under composition scheme cannot issue a taxable invoice since he cannot charge tax on his invoice. Are monthly return required to be filed by the person opting to pay tax under composition scheme? No. Such person are required to file only quarterly return, that is in form GSTR 4 on the GSTN portal, and by 18th of the succeeding month. Like we discussed, this 18th of the month, and that is also form GSTR 4. So you can see the ease of compliance for the person. So it is written there, in respect of supplies made during July to September 17, he is required to file it by 18th of October 2017. What are the basic information that need to be furnished in GSTR 4? It would contain the details of the turnover in the state or union territory, inward supply, goods, service, or both. So all the information will be given by the composition dealer under GSTR 4. A person opting to pay tax under composition scheme receives input service from unregistered person. Will the composition taxpayer have to pay GST under reverse charge? If yes, then in what manner? Let's say the Mr. A has opted for a composition scheme and he wants he has taken some services from URD purchase, as we are aware that if you make any purchase from unregistered dealer who is not having GST number, then you have to discharge his liability under reverse charge mechanism. So how the composition dealer will discharge his liability in such case? So in this case, yes, he will discharge his liability. And how? Then the tax will have to be paid on such supply by the composition taxpayer under reverse charge mechanism. The tax can be paid by the 18th day, so he will pay it on the same day when he discharged his composition liability. The succeeding quarter which supply was received. The information relating to such supply should be shown by the composition tax in table 4 of return in form GSTR 4. So there will be a separate disclosure for URD purchase made by the composition dealer. The next question is, what is the form in which an intimation for the payment of tax under composition scheme need to be made? And it says that the intimation to be filed electronically in form GSTR, form GST CMP 1 or form GST CMP 2 for the payment of your duty. The next question is, a person registered under existing law like central, excise, service tax or VAT, and who has been granted registration on provisional basis wants to opt for the composition scheme. How and when he can do that? That's the common question arising in everyone's mind. Such person has to electronically file duly signed verified intimation in form GST CMP 1 on the common portal prior to 22nd of June. So that date has already gone, 22nd of June 2017, or such further period as may be allowed. So I believe most of them have not filled this form by 22nd of June. So the further period will be allowed for filing this form and to opt for the composition scheme. The next questions that comes to us is what are the other compliance which provisionally registered person opting to pay need to make. Such person is required to furnish the details of stock like a normal trader, including inward supply, the means the goods, whatever goods he has received during the year from unregistered person held by him on the day of preceding the date from which he opts to pay the tax under composition scheme, electronically in form GST CMP 3 on the common portal, either directly or through facilitation center notified by the commissioner within the period of 60 days from the date on which the option for the composition levy is excised, or within the such further period as may be extended by the commissioner in this behalf. Can a person making application for fresh registration under GST opt for composition levy at the time of making application? Yes, the such person can give the option to pay the tax under composition scheme in part B of form GST REG 1. This will be considered as an intimation to pay tax under the composition scheme. Can the option to pay tax under composition levy be exercised at any time of the year? No, the option is required to be given electronically in the form GST CMP 1 prior to the commencement of the relevant financial year. So it will begin from the financial year only. The next question is, can a person who has already obtained registration opt for the payment under composition levy? If so, how? yes, such person need to give intimation electronically under form GST CMP1, but from beginning of the financial year only. So nothing can be changed after the financial year start, and if anything need to be changed, it will be changed after the end of financial year. The next question is, what are the compliance from ITC reversal point of view that need to be made by the person opting for the composition levy? The registered person opting to pay tax under composition scheme is required to pay an amount equal to the input tax credit in respect of input held in the stock and input contained in the semi-finished goods held in stock the day of immediately preceding the day of excising of the option. So it says that it is kind of a transition provision. If you are opting for a composition scheme, then on the day of opting for the composition scheme, whatever stock you have, if you have some input credit available under existing law and that can be carried forward under future law, then that input you will pay off to the government, that you have, if you have utilized it, you will pay to the government, and ITC of input shall be calculated proportionately on the basis of corresponding invoice on which credit has been availed by the registered taxable person on such input. If you have availed such input, then only you have to reverse those input and pay to the government, otherwise not. In respect of capital goods held in stock on the day of immediately preceding the date of excising the option of input tax credit involved in the remaining useful life of the month shall be computed on the pro rata basis, taking the useful life as a 5 years. So it is a 5 years for default for all kinds of asset. Assuming the capital goods have been used for 4 years, 6 months and 15 days, the useful remaining life in this will be the 5 months, ignoring the part of the month. If the ITC of such capital goods is taken as C, ITC attributable to the remaining life useful will be C multiplied by 5 divided by 60, means the total period divided by the remaining period, and then this would be the amount payable on capital goods by the person who is opting for the composition scheme. Then ITC of amount shall be determined separately for the integrated tax, central tax and state tax. So accordingly, whatever taxes he has utilized as input before opting for the composition scheme, on the day of opting for the composition will be reversed and paid to the government. And such person has to furnish the statement in form GST ITC 3, which is a declaration for the intimation of ITC reversal within a period of 60 days from the commencement of the relevant financial year. In case person has registration in multiple state, can he opt for the payment of tax under composition levy only in one state and not in the state? The option to pay will have to be exercised for all the states. So it is not a state specific, it is for entire country. What is the effective date of composition levy? There can be 3 situations. So effective date, person who have been granted provisional registration and who opt for composition levy based on his existing registration, the appointed date will be the 22nd June, from where his date will be, his composition levy will be active. For other person opting for the composition levy, at the time of making application for the new registration, the effective date will be the registration of intimation when it is approved under section 10 and will be effective from the effective date of registration. The person opting for the composition after obtaining the registration, so once the registration has been issued, now he moving to the composition scheme, then in this case the beginning of the financial year, means when the financial year change, that time the application can be made. What are the other conditions and the restrictions subject to which such person is allowed to avail the composition scheme? The other condition and the restrictions are: the person exercising the option to pay tax, section 10, shall comply with the following other condition. He shall mention the word composition taxable person not eligible to collect tax on supply at the top of the bill of supply issued by him in all of his invoices. He shall mention the word composition taxable person on every notice or signboard displayed at a prominent place at his principal place of business and at every additional place of business. So it's worthwhile to note that these information are must to be displayed at the location of the person who is opting for composition scheme. What is the validity of composition levy? The option to pay the tax under composition levy would remain valid so long as the condition mentioned under section 10, which is the turnover of person is not exceeding 75 lakhs, will remain active, and the conditions under CGST rules remain satisfied, and there is no default. Can a person paying tax under composition levy withdraw voluntarily from the scheme? Yes, the person can withdraw from voluntarily from the scheme through and making an verification application under form GST CMP 104. Every person who has filed for the application for the withdrawal, and he will furnish the detail of his stock within 30 days from the day of withdrawal from the scheme. What action can be taken proper officer for contravention of any provision of composition levy, and how? Where any contravention is observed by the officer, whether registered person is not eligible to pay tax under composition or has contravened any provision, then he will be issued the notice. Such person in form GST CMP 1. So the notice will be issued in this form, and accordingly ABC to show cause notice within 15 days. He had to reply to this notice in 15 days time, and he shall not be but up till he reply to this notice, his right to practice the composition scheme will not be denied. Upon receipt of the reply to the said notice, he will be decided whether he has to continue or not. The proper officer shall issue the order in form GST CMP 07 within a period of 30 days of the receipt of reply, either accepting or denying the order, and pass the order as he thinks fit. In the case opting to pay tax under composition levy is denied by the proper officer, can the person avail the ITC on stock after denied? Yes, because ITC is only denied when he is under composition scheme. Once the composition scheme is denied, he can avail the ITC available to him in filing the statement IT form GST ITC 1 on finished and semi-finished goods lying in his stock, and by him on the date on which he is opting, the order of denial is passed as per GST CMP 07. Within the period of 30 days, he has to file all these things. Then the withdrawal from the intimation in any one place be applicable to all place? Yes, because it is for all India level. If any place is withdrawn from the scheme, he will be withdrawn from the scheme for all India, because it is not for the GSTN number, but the same is for the permanent account number, or it's for the PAN. Can supplier of a service opt for the composition levy? No. So this is the big disadvantage, like we discussed. Only the restaurant service is allowed for the composition levy, and no other supplier of service is allowed under composition levy. What are the penal consequences if a person opts for the composition levy scheme in violation of the condition? If a taxable person has paid tax under composition scheme, though he was not eligible for the scheme, then the person would be liable to penalty, and provision under sections 73 and 74 shall be applicable for the determination of tax and penalty, and he will pay the tax and penalty as a normal provision would apply to him for default. Can a person paying tax under composition scheme make supply of goods to SEZ? No. The supply to SEZ from domestic tariff area will be treated as an interstate supply, because it is treated as a separate territory within the state. So in this case, the IGST will be charged, and the person who is having the composition scheme is not allowed to make interstate supply. That's why he cannot make supply to SEZ unit. The next we'll see, a registered person has an excess ITC of rupees 10,000 in his last VAT return for the period immediately preceding the appointment day. Under GST, he opts for the composition scheme. Can he carry forward the aforesaid excess ITC to GST? The registered person will not be able to carry forward the excess ITC of VAT, the GST, if you opt for the composition scheme, because that is the basic condition, that you will not opt for the composition scheme. So friends, here we have covered 33 broad questions which is being answered by the GST Council on the composition, and that's a very important for the person whoever is planning to or in process of opting the GST under composition scheme, and it will help you to decide whether to go under GST composition scheme or not, whether it is beneficial to your business or not, and if you go, what are the compliance issue, what are the benefits, what are the advantage, what are the conditions, restrictions, and what impact does this have on your business is discussed here for your benefits. I hope you like this information, and if you like, please click like and subscribe to our channel for more details on the topics. Thank you. See you. Until then, goodbye.